give y'all, we're gonna start some questions today. We'll do the front page. And that's it. Yes. Everybody understands. Okay. And I've had some classes laugh today, so don't know if that's my promise anything.
Not that way.
What's the answer to Saudi Arabia? The answer to what is Saudi Arabia?
They're a royal family, but they kind of rotate.
Okay.
And, you know, it's not somebody dies and somebody takes over.
They do all their meal
Their government is tended to be friendly with us,
They're always cutting.
but they're it is safe. Yeah, no doubt. Although there's no crime there. They don't have crime because there's people that walk around like this. Because they stole something, they cut their hand off, so that you don't have to worry about crime. It doesn't happen in Saudi Arabia. Other stuff maybe. All right, economics. Economics. Everybody has limited resources, right? You got limited resources, and you're trying to get the most out of those limited resources. That's economics. Whether you're a business, a government, a person, you're trying to get the most out of your limited resources. I know I have 2 job opportunities waiting if I ever retire. They both involve sweeping up a shop. The Dial kids, the Dial boys, their computer company. Before they graduate, I said, hey, if you need anybody to sweep up, if I applied, so I got that going. And the Sims Construction, I can sweep up their shop. Caleb has. So that's 2 opportunities. I know I can do that. I know I can sweep up. That's not really strenuous, and I can do that. I wonder how much they pay. And how much.
$5 an hour.
You deserve 10 for sweeping.
Hey, I get 15 for sweeping.
Did I tell you about my weekend? Did I tell you the weekend I'm looking forward to? Because Saturday is my opportunity. I don't care about having couch time. I love having the opportunity for couch time. Not that I am going to go sit on the couch, but just I might. The choice is what I like. Saturday is my couch time. We have a 2nd grade basketball game at 8 in Nocoma, and another one at 2:45. Isn't that awesome? Just to have that split there. Because I've seen everything in Nocoma. And there's like 2 or 3 I would drive by again. But after that, it's 9:15. And then what else are we going to do? 2:45. I decided I am getting a chocolate malt. I'm going to get one. I'm not supposed to have it. I don't care. I'm in Nocoma for about 17 hours. I'm going to get a chocolate malt. All right. Factors of production. There is land, there is labor, there is capital, and there is entrepreneurs. For a farmer, land is land. For me, my land is a sweat top, a jacket, a hat, sunglasses on a sunny day, shorts, and a whistle, and this chair. I don't blow the whistle all the time, I gotta do this. Think what you got there, what are you doing? So what's land? It's stuff you use to make money. That's what the land represents. Land is the resources you use to make a profit. A couple times I drove back to the field house from junior high practice because I left my whistle. I can't go to football practice and not do this. I have to. I can't. I even start doing that pregame now. Start doing that pregame. But I don't listen. All right, labor. Labor is the work that needs to get done. And you have two choices for labor. What are your two choices? Well, you got, it has to get done, so who's gonna do it?
You or someone else?
You or somebody else? What is great about you doing the work?
You don't have to pay no more. You don't have to pay no
Right, I get all the profit. What else is good about you doing the work?
You can have it done your way.
You know how it's done. You can get it done right. Are you limited when it's you doing the work? You're limited to what you know, and you're limited to how much you can do. So the profit is limited because it's just you doing it. What's good about having somebody else do it?
They might know more than you.
They might know more than you, and also more can get done. Should, hopefully. Hopefully we can increase the profit because more work is getting done. More stuff is getting accomplished. Hopefully. I just put a question mark there. Sometimes. What's his first name? Do I know him? Do I know Pearson?
Pearson Duggins, you definitely know him. He played football freshman year.
Okay, wait, stop. You didn't.
He tried.
Okay, yes. Just because you're sitting in the garage doesn't mean you're a call. Now that
Hey,
now I understand completely. I get it.
baseball backwards hat.
Yes. Yes. Has his body caught up with his head yet?
No.
No.
No, he's trying to go to the gym now.
Okay. Man. He's worried about his neck. You know, just. All right.
He's got even more hair too, it's worse. It's a little fro.
No.
Yeah.
So more can possibly get done. What's bad about somebody else doing the work?
It might be an idiot.
But hopefully they're bringing in more, so that's not too much of a problem. They might not do it right. But that's
Oh, I get it.
that's where I get this. As a business owner, you're only going to pay somebody if it makes economic sense. You're not going to hire somebody unless there's more profit coming in to do that. You know what I mean? In a perfect world. Now, for you as an individual, when my air conditioner goes out, I roll the windows up and I turn on the fan and I go take the top off and I look at it. And I will try, because I can't pay anybody. My roommate calls the Gaylord and goes and stays there. Different lifestyles. The electricity went out about 2 years ago. I'm sitting there on a Friday evening. Christy was somewhere. Titan was, I might have been alone, or maybe Titan was there with me. I don't remember. I'm sitting in the living room watching TV, and I had, anyway, the power didn't go off, but the TV stopped. The lights were on, but none of the plug-in stuff was working in the living room and the kitchen. I go in the bedroom, the plugs work, but the lights don't. So what do I do first? The breaker. Go look at the breaker. And we got a fancy new house, so we got the little breaker things on the plugs. So I'm checking those. But they don't help the lights. So I check the breakers, and the breakers they're all good. I mean, they're not tripped. And I trip them and bring them back and it doesn't change. So I'm thinking maybe I have to change the breakers out. The breakers are bad. So the next day I look at the breakers and go get some that look like they're not the right thing. So then I said, okay, I call a guy I know who's an electrician. And just look and tell me what he knows. And he came and told me and said the breakers are fine. No. Well, Christy said we need to call the electric company because they just put in a new pole. Now, I don't know anything about electricity other than if there's electricity coming from the pole, she calls the electric company and they said, oh yeah, something's messed up, we gotta come out there. I don't understand. They said you're getting half the electricity. How? Okay, say there's less power coming to the house. How does the power decide I'm not gonna run this in this room and this in this room? That doesn't make any sense to me. Power can't think. How can it, either something's working or it's not? I just don't get that, but anyway. I don't call people. I have to try to fix it myself. We pay rent and food and air conditioning. And my roommate just called somebody. He is so worthless. He's a good human being, and I love him. But like there was something, he was gonna call somebody, I think to put something like putting the cap on the electric outlet. Gee, what are you talking about? Done! What do you mean? I'm gonna call somebody. Anyway, different way of thinking, different way of doing stuff. I'm having somebody come paint the house, and it really bothers me because I should be able to paint it, but I don't have the right type of ladder to get. We have an overhang like this, and we have to get like 25 feet in the air, and I don't have a ladder that'll do that, so I have to pay somebody. I'm kind of glad I am because they'll do it right. But I also don't want to pay somebody. I should get there and do it and save the money. And anyway. All right. Capital. Anybody heard of capital before? Capitalism. Capital. Anything you own. Could be money. In this room, I consider it stuff also. Don't know if everybody does that. Something you own that you use to make a profit. Yes. Yes. Okay? Both of those things, yes. If you're making payments on it, is that capital? No. Is the payment capital? Yes. Is the gas you put in it capital? Yes. Because you bought that, you own it. So anything you own that you use to make a profit, that's capital. I own my truck, and so I use it to haul water around in August and June and July. Because it helps to not have football players die. That helps my kids. All right.
Good question.
You own, this has to do with you own it, your assets. The land is just anything you use to make a profit. Some of it could be capital.
Oh, so you don't have to own capital?
What's that?
Would you put a house under capital?
If you used your house to make a profit, if that house is your business and you own it, yeah, house payment could be capital.
You don't have to own land to be buying it out. So,
It can help you make money. But it wouldn't be capital because you're making payments on it. The land payment would be capital. If nobody can take it away from you, it's capital. If somebody can come here and say you didn't pay for it, I'm taking this back. I gotta buy a new tire, new wheel for my lawnmower. And I wanna buy the no flat, the solid. I don't have to mess with it. But like right now, I can't buy two. And if I might just for a little bit, maybe till spring break, and then get it done. Anyway, I'm kind of thinking about that. I don't want to have the double, that would mess up two types, two different things. But I do have the air compressor now. I had the air compressor and the tire got flat enough times where it completely popped off the wheel. So I did get air in it a couple weeks ago, but it didn't seal. And entrepreneurs, let me tell you a story first. A guy in Atlanta, grew up in the 50s, went to college in the early 60s, came back, he's working at his family's advertising. They're not rich, they're upper middle class, probably upper middle class. They go on vacations, but they could probably just go on one vacation. Okay. Back then, early 70s, there is ABC, NBC, CBS, and then there's also Bugs Bunny Channel. Now, when I say Bugs Bunny Channel, that means the independent station that has Bugs Bunny, Three Stooges, Bewitched, Green Acres. That was the independent channel. And then Sesame Street channel came along, so you had 5. In Dallas Fort Worth, we had ABC, 8 was ABC, 4 was CBS, 5 was NBC, 11 was the Bugs Bunny, Three Stooges channel, and 13. So he buys this independent channel, that's the Bugs Bunny channel. He buys an independent station that's losing money, that's a piece of junk, channel 17 in Atlanta. And his friends say, why'd you do that? That's stupid, because I have a plan. 2023, if you want to buy the Atlanta Braves, it's going to be several $1 billion. 1975, they sold for $1 million. He borrowed a bunch of money. He used the credit of the company to help buy it. He bought the Atlanta Braves. They had just lost Hank Aaron. They were awful. And they weren't making money. His friend said, that's stupid. Why did he? He goes, he started playing the Braves games on his TV station. That didn't happen back then. In the 70s, you had maybe 2 college games every once in a while, usually 1 on Saturday. You had 2, maybe 1 NFL game on Sunday, NFL game on Monday, and during baseball season, you had 1 baseball game on Saturday next month. And the local station could possibly run 5 games a year. Nobody did home games on TV. And nobody's going to come pay to watch it if you're putting it on TV for free. His friend said, you're stupid. He goes, then he bought satellite space on the communication satellites that were going up in space. His friend said, why are you doing that? He's like, a plan. Cable TV started in the late 70s. Places like Alpine that really couldn't get TV reception, now they can get TV. And you could pay to have cable come in, and little remote places around the country, and then it got to where everybody around the country in the 80s had cable. And part of everybody's cable service included Channel 17 out of Atlanta. And he had the Braves games, and people in cities or areas that loved baseball that didn't have access to a baseball team would watch the Braves. And they got to be the most popular baseball team in the country. And companies see that this station is nationwide and everybody's watching it, and they start advertising on his little rinky-dink TV station that's going all over the country. So now he's making money. And he started a 24-hour news station. And everybody said, you're stupid. Nobody's going to watch the news for 24 hours. That's enough. CNN, he started CNN. He bought all of MGM's old movies and started Turner Classic Movies. Started Cartoon Network. He built this television cable empire. Entrepreneurs see opportunities before they happen. They see the opportunities before they happen.
Wait, you said you know this guy?
No, I just said there's a guy. I don't know him. I know him. And they take risks. They see the opportunities before they happen, and they take a risk to try to make it happen. Is every entrepreneur rich? No. Is every entrepreneur successful? No. And it could be just say you want to be a plumber and you decide to be a plumber and you start a business. That's an entrepreneur. I figured out how to do a lot of plumbing because I ain't paying somebody to do it. Not saying it's done right, but it didn't leak. In my mind, it's done right. So, I tell you about putting it in the shower. No, putting it in the bathtub, the jacuzzi bathtub. We redid one of the bathrooms up here. I worked in the summer, worked the oil field in the summer so I could fix the house. And I redid the bathroom and I put in this, it wasn't a round tub, it was a regular bathtub, but it had jets in it. And I had to put a line directly into the breaker box. So I bought the tub and I found that out, I'm like, oh crap. So I rigged up this thing where I had the switch here and ran it, it went through the wall and in the back. It was not too cold at all, not at all. Well, I fill up the bathtub, I tell Christy and the boys, y'all go outside. And if you hear me say it's okay, come back in. If you hear screams, call somebody and don't come in. Because I was not going to have them try it out. So I put the water in, I'm standing in the tub. Okay, y'all come in. I didn't die, everything was good, tub worked. I can do this. So entrepreneurs see the opportunities and they take a risk. Dan, did you ever see the old house over there on Square?
Yes.
Yeah, you ever over there? You did over there? Yeah. I redid all that stuff in there. Did you ever see the living room? It was all like the wood. I did all that. All right. The 3 economic questions. These 3 economic questions are the questions businesses have to answer. We're going to answer them for you, for an individual. So the first one is, what are we going to produce or offer? What are we going to produce or offer? Does Decatur need a new pizza place? No, they got plenty. So if you're looking to start a business, doing a new pizza place in Decatur is probably not a good idea because there's not enough probably demand for that. Just think, God, there's CC's, there's Little Caesars, and there's Domino's. Like, just you could fill with a rock. You know? That's right. I forget about Pizza Hut. You can't get to Pizza Hut. You gotta do all kinds of weird crap to get to Pizza Hut. And they got steaks. And it's pretty good. At least it's all different. Huh? So, okay. As an individual, how do you answer this question? Or what question are you asking right now? Most of y'all are asking this question. What question for you goes along with what are we going to produce? What am I going to do for a living? That's not the question you have. Because you don't want a job. Right? You don't want to wake up every day and go to a job. What am I going to do for a living? So you got 50 years. You got to figure out what you were made to do for the next 50 years. So what had it better be? It better be something you love. It better be something you're interested in. It better be something you were made to do, right? You don't want to have to get up and go to work every day. So you look in your life and you think, what am I passionate about? What do I love? What am I interested in? And try to find a way to make a living doing that. Because then you're set. Architect, math, broadcasting football games, you can't have an accent. So then I fall into this. You're a fan, do this is awesome.
Go try.
Going. You know, springtime is not as much fun for me as football season. Because springtime means I get to go to the junior high track meets and interact with junior high boys on a regular basis, which is not fun. It is kind of rewarding, and they're a good time, but for the most part, junior high boys are idiots. Even non-idiots tend to be idiots. You know what I mean? It's just. No, that wasn't it. Never. If they do something fun, I'll let y'all know. If anything happens, it has to be told. So the second question, how will we produce this? Let's say this for a business. If you decide you want to be a mechanic, you have a choice. I can either do everything on cars. And why would you choose to do everything? There's more business. But also you have to be more prepared, have more stuff. If you just do transmissions, you can specialize, get good at it, but you need a lot of business. You need everybody's transmission problems. So, what's that, Swans? He does? Or he makes them?
No, he has problems with transmissions.
Sweet. So, build one next to his.
Brown's blown like 3 this year.
Well, yeah,
He's blown 3 this year.
of course he is.
Of course he has.
That makes sense. My boys never. They do. It's
I never wrecked or anything.
a one-time deal. It's
And Coach kind of needed
a gravy train.
No, I don't know more. I did.
But yeah, that
Awesome.
I get everything fixed.
makes sense.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Well,
Now, you've answered this one. How are you answering this one? I'll figure out this. What's this question?
I might do it.
What do I need to do to get this? What kind of training do I need? What kind of education? What kind of experience? If you have to go to college for this thing, you gotta go to college. If you don't have to, say you're supposed to be a carpenter. Don't waste time and money in college. Go find a carpenter. Ask questions, hang out with them, ask if you can work there, ask if you can volunteer there. If you have to go to college for something, before you spend money and time in college, go hang out with somebody that's doing what you want to do. Spend some time with them, maybe even see if you can be a part of it, and then see if you want to waste time. Does that make sense? Don't figure things out in college. That's expensive. Try to have some idea before you jump in. I told you you're talking to a guy that sat on a bull. A real bull, actual bull. Legit. Hey, hey. No, too legit. And the third one. We got this. We got this. Now, who are we going to produce for? What's this question for you, me? We figured this out. We went through this. Now, what question do you need to answer? Where do you go? Who's going to pay me? All right. Businesses say, who am I producing this for? Who's going to pay me? You're asking, who's going to pay me? And you have two choices. What are your two choices? A boss or the public? You're either going to have an employer pay you, or the public's going to pay you. What's good about an employer paying you?
It's guaranteed.
Okay. Yes, and you could get fired, but you can't make people come by you. If you go to work, you're going to paycheck. Okay, so I'm going to say less hassle. There's less hassle with an employer paying you. You don't have to mess with the problems or the pressures. You're going to get a paycheck.
Hey,
Sign those right in your pals. So there's less hassle. And those are the right letters. Who cares about the order? That's the right letters. Are you limited? If you're the employee, there's limits.
Yes.
What's great about the public paying you? You possibly, there's less limitations. Here, let me slide that out of the way.
No, it's on me.
Hasty. Well, I don't want to get in the way here.
Okay.
I'll put it.
I can just sit.
No. I'll put it. Whoa. Well, I can do this. I'll do this. Look at this. What's up, Allison? I'll try to put it here in the middle where it doesn't get. Is that in the way of anything?
You good?
All right. I gotta film it for people that can't be here. So the public paying you, there's less limits. You might could go nationwide or something, right? There's also, with the public paying you, all the pressure and all the problems. I told y'all before, we had the snow cone stand over by the pool at Bridgeport for a couple of years. The second year we had it, we couldn't make a profit because Dr. Freeze started getting the same stuff we use, and it's people, not everybody came to us. Everybody, we didn't get all the business, we got half the business, which meant half the profit. And now you're trying to figure out ways to make people come to your snow cone stand. And you can't make them. And everything you do involves money. We were gonna buy some of them cups that go cold and hot.
Y'all put the ice cream in y'all's bag.
Christy was involved in that. I mowed the yard and cleaned up and repaired. That was my job. But the problem with that, we were gonna sell those and have free refills if you bought the cup. What's the problem with that?
Coming back this year.
How much do we charge? Because if we charge too much, no one buys it. If we charge too little, we lose money. And I would lay awake at night in the summer because we have to make a payment on this building, and finally we sold it to some sucker and lost $1,000, but we got out of it. So I was like, yes. And then they never opened it. They took, well, we paid 14 for it. We owed 12 and we sold it for 11. So, you know, we had to, we thought, but anyway, we got out from under it. And they took a loan from the bank and they never opened it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. Okay. Market economy. A market economy is a capitalist economy. Free enterprise. It's capitalist. And the market makes the decisions. And they're not decisions, they're reactions. They are real. If I'm selling whatchamacallits, and I stock the whatchamacallits, and half of them are gone the first day, what do I have to do? I'm going to order more whatchamacallits. Do I decide to do that, or does the market tell me to do that? The market told me to do that. And I'm going to raise the price a little. Is that a decision I make, or is that a reaction to what's happening based on the real situation? That's a market economy. The market makes the decisions. In a command economy, you're commanded to do something. What would that be?
Command on the price of what's
Communism. Communism is a command economy. And somebody over here is making the decisions. They're not reactions, they're just decisions. They're just throwing the dart at the wall and saying, here's what we're doing. It's not based on real things, it's just, I guess, it's a hope. It's just, they're just doing it. So communism is a command economy, and the decisions are not based on anything. Market economy works because it's based on real things that are happening. And a mixed economy. What do you think a mixed economy is?
Somebody makes decisions based off.
It's both. It's a mixture of capitalism and communism. And what's that?
Socialism?
Yes, but also every economy, like America, we are a mixed economy. We have some reactions and we have some government regulations. There's some things the government says you're going to do, and then the rest of it you get to make the decisions about. Hopefully, see, I don't like chocolate shakes. I like chocolate shakes. What's the difference? The chocolate shake is like dark brown, a lot of chocolate. I just want the chocolate to scare the ice cream. So hopefully we have a lot more capitalism and a very little amount of government control. That's a mixed economy. I'm glad we don't have sewers going into the river and the lakes. That's good. Government needs to keep stopping that from happening. And last thing, we're done with this, we're done. Capitalism. The single most important thing in capitalism is two things. The single most important thing in capitalism is two things. What do you think that could be? What makes capitalism work? Choice. And there's two types of choice here. One, people are getting to pick what their role in the economy is. People are getting to pick their careers, get to pick what they're doing, get to pick what they're selling. Because of that, how does that help the economy? If you're told, here's the job you're going to do the rest of your life. If you get to choose, here's what I'm doing, you're going to do better at it. And that benefits the economy. So there's that choice. There's also the choice of, I'm going to go here to buy this thing, or I want this thing, and here I'm going to go here instead of here. You get to choose where you buy and what you buy. What's that called? But when you get to pick, what's that called? There's competition. Where and what? That choice leads to competition. And what's great about competition? What does competition do just for you?
Makes you better.
It lowers price and makes you better. Competition makes things better, better quality, better stuff, better, either the product's better, I always call service the way the product gets to you is better. So companies will work at how their stuff or how they do their job, and it lowers the price. Because they're competing. Now, we all have things that we would spend money on. And we all have things we're not going to spend money on. I don't spend money on milk. I buy milk. What do I mean by I'm not spending money on milk? I'm going to find the cheapest milk I can. I don't care. Whatever's cheapest, let's get that. It doesn't matter. It's milk. Okay? Now, last year we had to get tightened a new baseball glove. I ain't going to Walmart and getting the cheapest baseball glove. I'm not buying the most expensive. He ain't getting no Kona glove, but I'm going to get him a good, decent glove. Okay, there's some things. No Kona's the best gloves out there.
Wilson and Rollins.
Depends. You can get a good one, but you top line no Kona, there ain't nothing better than that kangaroo leather. That's pretty good. But yeah, they make the high end stuff too. I like Rollins. Does that make sense? Y'all have things you will spend money on, and you have things you won't spend. And that's what the competition is. Sometimes we're worried about the stuff, sometimes we're worried about the price. Good enough.